All right, guys, the title says it all. Today we're going to talk about the things that I think the casino industry must change going forward. It's been the same way for decades. That doesn't mean that change can't come. But we're going to talk about the things that I think need to happen, like more transparency, RTP, payback percentage. How do these things work? How are they coming up with results? All the stuff that we talk about on this channel. Why aren't we hearing it from the casino industry? Let's get into it today. All right, guys, so we're going to talk about something different today, and it's really about the casino industry as a whole. Manufacturers, casinos, the gaming commissions, all of these entities working together. Why don't we have insight as a public into what it is that they're doing? A lot of these people will tell you, but they're not like publicly coming out about it. And it's very concerning to me that there's an industry wrapped around gaming and gambling and doesn't have to be as transparent as I think they should. It's a very puzzling question to me, because if you take a look at, say, the Texas lottery system, they have to be very transparent with everything. The odds are pasted on the back of every ticket. You can look up and see what the odds are of hitting every single prize on that ticket. I think that's excellent information. It's good for you to know so that you understand your risk going into playing a game of chance, right? So why doesn't that exist on slot machines? It's just very puzzling to me. And so one of the things that we need to realize as the public is that the only way things are going to change is if we ask them to, and we try to bring it to the surface, okay? And so we need your help. We want to know in the comments below, what would you change? If there was just one thing that you would want to change about the casino industry, what would that be? Okay, so let us know in the comments, but I'm going to give you some of my ideas. So, as you know, I'm a slot technician. I've worked with these things for a very long time, and I've also worked with manufacturers and casinos and the gaming commissions and things like that. I've worked with all these entities, and I don't think it's because they don't want to. I think they're just afraid to. And again, this is my personal opinion, okay? I don't have any inside information into this as to why, but this is just my personal opinion, that everybody's just kind of, they don't want to be the first to start releasing some of this stuff, right? And I kind of understand and respect that. You got to also understand that they have intellectual property, that they don't want their competition to find out about. And this is a large reason why we don't have the published odds on what every single pay is on a slot machine and stuff like that to the public, because that is their intellectual property. They don't want the competition to know how their math is working on their slot machines. And I respect that and understand that. But I still think there can be some, right? Maybe just publish what the odds are of hitting the top line jackpot. You know, the thing that's the hardest to get. Just so people have some kind of idea on what it would take, you know, money-wise in order to get something. It would be an average, right? It's not an exact science, but it would give you some kind of indication. Just like with the lottery system, they give you the same top prize odds on every scratch ticket that you buy. You get to see that. And I don't understand why they can't do something like that. So that's my number one. The second one, and I really do see a reason behind this, and this is, a lot of people have talked about this, and that is, why don't they put the payback percentages on the side of the machine so that you can see what the return to player is? And this one's very difficult, I think, for a lot of reasons, mostly because the reason they don't is because people don't understand what that number actually means. Okay, we run into this a lot on this channel where we've tried to explain that, you know, it's a long-term play. And if you put a number on the side of the machine that says this has a 95% payback, people might incorrectly assume that for every dollar they put in, they're going to get 95 cents back. But you know that's not the reality. Sometimes you put a dollar in and you lose it all, right, in a couple of spins. So people don't really understand what that number means. And so that could be a very valid reason why they don't publish that on the side of the machines, for example. But I think every casino should be very transparent as to what they're setting each denomination and the payback percentage. But again, it falls into that competition thing. They don't want their competitors to know what it is that they set it to. So it's a big convoluted mess, okay? There's a reason why, there's lots of reasons why they don't publish it, but I think there needs to be reasons why they should too, and I don't think anybody's talking about that. And so I would like to see this. I think every casino, you should be able to go up to the cage and say, let me see your return to player statistics for the last 30 days or a year or whatever the case is, and they should be able to hand you something. Why isn't that a law? I really feel strongly that it should be. It puts them in check, but it also makes you feel a little bit more comfortable knowing that what their payback percentages are set to. A lot of people feel that, oh, they're set to 50% or something. It's not possible, but if they had an official document that told them that it's not possible and that they're set to 95% or 85% or whatever, then you may feel a little bit more comfortable with, you know, gambling in that establishment, right? I would. So All right, so that's the next one. The final one, and this one's really sticky, and I understand why, again, but I don't understand why they can't, like the manufacturers can't come out with an explanation as to why these are random, okay? I think out of everything that we hear on this channel, the most common thing is that they can't be random and have a payback percentage. And that's true, but it's a deeper explanation than that, okay? There is a random aspect to every single slot machine. You don't know what's coming up next. Nobody does. Manufacturer, you, casino, slot attendants, nobody knows what's going to happen the next time you push that button. But what is known is that the random number generator has to pick from something, a certain set of symbols. Why can't the manufacturers come out and put all of these myths to rest and have a video or something that says, guys, this is exactly how a slot machine works. We're going to show you, show and tell. They have the big budgets and money to do something cool and actually show you these things. That's not giving away intellectual property, in my opinion. It's just telling people how these things work. And I feel so strongly about this that I'm actually going up to manufacturers, and I'm going to be doing this at G2E2. So if you are working for a manufacturer, you're going to hear a lot of noise from me, because I really want to know, why hasn't somebody considered doing this? And also, why hasn't the Gaming Commission come out with the things that we talk about all the time about how they control the machines, where that people, casinos, for example, can't just change things on you whenever they want, like a server in the back room. Why is it that people like us that have been in the industry have to tell you? Why can't people currently in the industry that work for these entities come out and tell you, right? So it's very puzzling to me, and I think that we can make a difference. If we get loud enough, and you guys please, again, tell us in the comments, this isn't a comment grab, we're not trying to boost algorithms or anything like that. We really want to know, what is the one thing that you would like to see? I know you probably have a list of 20, but give us one thing, because we want to see what the most common thing is and try to attack that first, right? And what we're going to do is approach these different entities inside of the casino industry and see who will listen. And if they don't, tell us why. Like, what is the reason why you will not tell us how a slot machine works? Is it because you want dumb gamblers? You know, that goes against everything that we believe in, and maybe that's the reason, right? We gotta have change, right? And the only way to make change is to let our voices be heard, and we want you to tell us what you think. I told you what I think, and I've been on the other side of all of this stuff, guys. So I'm telling you what I think can change, but you know, let's see what you guys say. But the casino industry must start to change. I think if you're talking about putting money on the line, you need to have more transparency about what is going on here. And that's the only way that we can have smarter gamblers. And we believe smarter gamblers are the gamblers that are going to keep coming back. It's the dumb gamblers that lose all their money and never go back to the casino again, right? If you're smart about it and you know how these things work and you know when to quit and walk away, you're more likely to return to the casino. We really do believe that. But I don't think the casino industry has really grasped that yet, if that makes sense. All right, guys, well, let us know what you think. Gamble smart, gamble safe, and I hope you have a wonderful week ahead of you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.